Thank you all for tuning into Big Mama Story Time. Story Time! Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment to my page. Here we go. Hi guys, thank you all for tuning in to Big Mama Story Time on today. Today I will be reading to you all a Disney villain's Maleficent. Alright, I love Maleficent, guys. I had to read this book. I had to find it, and I found it, the Maleficent book. Alright, let's get into this, guys. I've been talking long enough. Alright, Maleficent by Brooke Vitale. Illustrated by the Disney Storybook Art Team. Alright. In a faraway land long ago, a king and his fair queen longed for a child. Finally, their wish was granted. They named their daughter Aurora after the dawn, for she filled their lives with sunshine. From her home high on the Forbidden Mountain, Maleficent watched as the king's subjects arrived at the castle to celebrate the birth of the princess. Maleficent had not been invited to the celebration, and this made her angry. In a flash of green fire, she transported herself to the castle, where the three good fairies were busy bestowing gifts upon the girl. Uh-oh, guys. She upset. Don't want to get Maleficent upset. I really got quite distressed at not receiving an invitation, Maleficent told the king. To show I bear no ill will, I too shall bestow a gift on the child. Listen well. The princess shall indeed grow in grace and beauty, beloved by all who know her. But before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she shall prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and die. Uh-oh. Oh my God, that's terrible. Maleficent cackled. Then, before the king's guards could seize her, she disappeared in another flash of green fire. The king was worried. Maleficent had great power, and he did not doubt that her curse would come true. He decided to send his daughter away to be cared for by the good fairies Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. The fairies wasted no time. They disguised themselves as peasants and took the baby where no one could find her. Oh, wow, okay. 16 years passed, and the princess grew into a beautiful, happy girl named Briar Rose. The girl did not know that she was really Princess Aurora and that her aunts were the good fairies. On the Forbidden Mountain, storm clouds swirled and lightning crackled. It's incredible, 16 years and not a trace of her. Maleficent screamed. She couldn't have vanished into thin air. When Maleficent's henchmen assured her they had searched every cradle in the village, she could not contain her rage. They had been searching for a baby when the princess was now grown. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. She's upset. Maleficent turned to her raven. You are my last hope, she said. Circle far and wide. Search for a maid of 16 with hair of sunshine gold and lips red as the rose. Go and do not fail me. In the woods, the good fairies were preparing a celebration for Aurora's 16th birthday. They had long before put away their wands, fearful that any magic would draw Maleficent to them. But while the young girl went for a walk in the woods, they withdrew them. What harm could a little magic do when they had protected the princess for so long? Alas, Maleficent's raven was on the lookout for just such a thing. Spying sparks of magic coming from the chimney, he swooped toward the cottage. He watched as Aurora returned and told the good fairies about a handsome man she had met in the woods. She was in love. When the fairies told Aurora the truth, that she was really the princess, the raven knew he had found the girl he was looking for. With a squawk, he flew off to tell Maleficent. At the castle, King Stefan and the Queen awaited their daughter's return. It was Aurora's 16th birthday. When the sun set, the princess would be free of Maleficent's curse. The fairies took Aurora to the castle. In her room, the girl asked to be left alone. Thinking her safe, the fairies agreed, but Aurora was not alone. Maleficent was waiting for her. A glowing green orb appeared, putting the princess into a trance. Unable to stop herself, Aurora followed the orb. Uh-oh, watch out, Aurora. Oh my gosh. Aurora passed through a secret panel, and the fairies were unable to follow her. She made her way slowly, step by step, up a winding staircase. That's a big winding staircase. Look at that orb. She following that orb, y'all. Snap out of it, Aurora. Snap out of it. She found herself in a room with a spinning wheel and a spindle. Maleficent's voice filled the room. Touch the spindle. Touch it, I say. Aurora obeyed. When the fairies finally reached the room, they found Maleficent waiting for them. "You poor simple fools," Maleficent said, "thinking you could defeat me? Me? The mistress of all evil? Well, here's your precious princess." Maleficent swept her cloak aside, revealing the princess' still body. Then, with a wicked cackle, she disappeared. Oh, man, you wrong, Maleficent. You so wrong. But Aurora was not dead, for the fairy Mayweather had softened the curse. At the touch of the spindle, Aurora fell into a deep sleep. Only true love's kiss could awaken her. Maleficent's raven had heard the girl tell the fairies about the boy she had met in the forest. He was to meet her at the cottage that night. Maleficent traveled to the cottage in the woods, where she lay in wait. When the boy stepped through the door, Maleficent's henchman attacked. The boy tried to get away, but the goons were too strong. They grabbed him and tied him up. Maleficent stepped closer to the boy. "Isn't this a pleasant surprise?" she said. "I set my trap for a peasant, and lo, I catch a prince." To Maleficent's surprise, the boy was none other than Prince Philip. He and Aurora had been promised to each other as children. Maleficent had Philip thrown into her dungeon. She then revealed to him that the girl he had fallen in love with was the Princess Aurora, and the princess was under a spell that only true love's kiss could break. You know what? That's how villains lose. They tell their plans to the heroes, like the heroes ain't gonna do nothing. I mean, come on now, here king, he fight for his castle. Of course he gonna fight for his girl. I mean, come on now. That's crazy, y'all, but let's go. As soon as Maleficent left, the good fairies appeared. They released Philip and armed him with the enchanted shield of virtue and the mighty sword of truth. Maleficent was determined to keep Philip from reaching Aurora. She surrounded the king's castle with thorny bushes, but Philip cut through them with a mighty sword. Soon, Philip came to a clearing. He found Maleficent waiting for him. "Now shall you deal with me, O prince?" she cried. In a burst of magic, Maleficent turned herself into a fire-breathing dragon. Philip charged forward, ready to face the menacing creature. With only the shield of virtue to protect him from the heat and force of Maleficent's terrible flames. He slowly made his way forward. I know that's right. Go ahead, Prince Philip. The thorny bushes began to burn from Maleficent's fire, with flames rising all around him. Philip needed to move to higher ground. He climbed onto a cliff out of the fire. Maleficent charged after him. Philip raised his sword and shield, prepared to continue the battle. Go ahead. He ain't giving up, y'all. He a fighter. Maleficent reared up, poised to end Prince Philip once and for all. But Philip was ready for it. Seeing his moment, he took aim and threw his sword, striking Maleficent in the chest. She lunged toward him, but stumbled and fell off the cliff to her death. Uh-oh, Maleficent. Oh, man, to a death? Okay. Not the one I remember, but go ahead. With Maleficent gone, Philip wasted no time. He cut through the remaining thorns and made his way to the princess. Leaning down, he bestowed true love's kiss. The princess opened her eyes. Maleficent's spell was broken. Evil had left the land, and good prevailed once more. All right, that's what's up. All right, good ending. Okay. All right, guys, that was Disney's Villains Maleficent. I actually like that book, guys. I still like Maleficent, even though she was worse in this one than the actual movie. But I still like Maleficent, even though she a villain also. But anyway, guys, villains need love too. But all right, guys, thank you all for tuning in to Big Mama Story Time. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my page if you haven't done so already. And please forgive my voice, guys. I am going through some allergy seasons right now, but I really needed to get some books out to you guys, and I didn't want to disappoint. Hope I did not. All right, guys. Bye.